Hi, so as promised, I am back with a news story, and I think we're going to do something a little more fun. Last time we did some learning, so this time we're going to do just a little story, and this time it's going to be the Princess Ariel. So everybody knows Ariel, right? The Little Mermaid. So we're going to do a story about the Little Mermaid, and it's called A Special Song. May I have your attention, please? Sebastian called. The crab tapped his baton on a podium. King Triton's birthday was in just a couple of days, and the court musicians were planning a very special performance. Triton's daughter, Ariel, would sing while the orchestra played a brand new tune. Sebastian wanted the concert to be spectacular, but they still had a lot of work to do. There's Sebastian. The crab raised his baton and the musician began to play. Beautiful music filled the sea until clang, 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 clang. Who did that? Sebastian demanded. I did, a young mermaid named Coral replied quietly. The best way to play the cymbals is to hold on to them. Now, if there's no more interruptions, Sebastian said grumpily, let's continue. The rehearsal went from bad to worse. Coral dropped her cymbal again for the second time. Clang! Then she tripped and landed on top of a kettle drum. As Ariel watched Sebastian threw down his baton, rehearsal is over! The crab yelled and he stormed off. Oh boy, he's not happy. There's Ariel. There's Coral, who dropped her cymbal on the ground and got Sebastian pretty upset. Look how mad he is. He is not happy. Ariel goes to help Coral up. Don't mind Sebastian. I'll never be able to get this song right, let alone perfect, Coral said sadly. Don't worry about it, said Ariel. The only thing I'm perfect at is making Sebastian mad. You should have seen his face the last time I went to the surface. You've been to the surface? Coral asked, amazed. You must be the bravest mermaid ever. It's just something I like to do, Ariel said. I'm always gathering treasures. Would you like to see my collection? I'd love to, Coral exclaimed. So the two mermaids swam to Ariel's grotto. Make yourself at home, said Ariel. While they arrived, Flounder, the fish, was there. He waved his fin at them. The young mermaid swam around, examining jewelry and shiny trinkets. Where did you find all of this? Coral asked as she put on some strands of pearls. I found some of it in some sunken ships, replied Ariel. You've been inside a sunken ship? Coral said with a gasp. Weren't you scared? Of course not. Were you, Flounder? Ariel teased. Nothing to it. I think Flounder fibbed. So what are we waiting for? Ariel asked. Let's go. I think Ariel's pretty excited about going back up to the surface. Coral and Flounder trailed behind Ariel. Soon they arrived at a ship that had sunk to the floor. Let's see what's in there, Ariel urged. Her friends followed her through a large porthole. Inside the ship, Ariel found an old steamer trunk. Look at this, she cried, holding up a purple parasol. It's a nice little umbrella. That's what a parasol is. And this, Coral exclaimed, picking up a fancy lampshade. I wonder what this is for. Prince Scuttle can tell us, Ariel said. Follow me. Where are we going? Asked Flounder. To the surface, he replied matter-of-factly. There's Coral and Flounder and Ariel holding a parasol, which is actually an umbrella, and then a lampshade, which I think she thinks it might be a dress or something like that. But it's not. Soon, the friends arrived at the surface. Scuttle, the seagull, examined their treasures because, Scuttle thinks he's so smart. That is a twirlerifer, he said, looking at Coral's lampshade. It's what human ladies wear when they're going somewhere important. Before long, the friends had to leave. As they headed home, Coral asked Ariel if she could keep the twirlerifer at her grotto. It might get broken at home, she explained. Of course, Ariel agreed. The grotto is my secret place and it can be yours too. There they are meeting Scuttle. And then there he is with the lampshade that is his twirlerifer. Because he's so funny. He cracks me up every time he finds something. A few days later, as Ariel swam toward the grotto, she heard someone singing. The voice was strong and clear, but very sweet too. When Ariel arrived, she saw her new friend. Coral, I didn't know you had such a lovely voice. You should be singing in the concert, not playing the cymbals. The little blonde mermaid shrugged. I just like singing to myself. I've never actually performed. Oh, and Ariel, she wipes her hair. Not sure what she's going to do. The next day at rehearsal, Sebastian made Ariel and the orchestra practice over and over and over. But something always seemed to go wrong. It just wasn't right. The big day is tomorrow, the crab said, fretting. This concert needs to be fit for a king. King Triton, try again. So they did. They tried again. The rehearsal, of course, went on and on. By the end of the afternoon, everyone was so tired. See you tomorrow, Ariel said. Her voice was kind of raspy. That's Ariel coming up on Coral. She's singing away. It's her pretty little voice. And then there's Ariel, Sebastian, and Coral. Practicing over and over and getting very tired doing so. On the day of the concert, Ariel could only whisper she lost her voice because Sebastian made her practice so many times. She lost her voice. Luckily, she knew exactly who could take her place. Who do you think can take her place? Tell me. Coral. Coral. Me? Coral said when the princess asked her, but I can't. You must, Sebastian said. Otherwise, King Triton's birthday will be ruined. I can't sing in front of a crowd of people, Coral said. Sure you can, Flounder said. He's always, sure, you can do it. Coral thought about how she had visited a sunken ship. She went to the surface, things she'd never thought she could do or had ever done before, all because of Ariel, her friend. Now her friend was counting on her. She needed her. All right, Coral said slowly, I'll do it. And there's Flounder and Sebastian, who's now very happy that somebody's there to take her place. Yay! That night, when Coral peeked out from backstage, she's looking. She almost passed out. Oh, she didn't know what she was going to do. She was so scared and nervous. The entire kingdom was there. including her parents and her brothers and her sisters. King Triton and Ariel both sat in the royal box. When it was time, Coral took a deep breath and swam on stage. As the orchestra started playing, she sang softly, but as she went on, Coral's voice got louder, louder. Before she knew it, the concert was over. The audience was clapping and cheering because Coral did so wonderful. She amazed even herself. Coral, said Sebastian, smiling, you can give away your cymbals. You are going to be a singer from now on. Everybody was so happy. Here they are. And then there's Ariel and King Triton sitting in their royal box. Look how happy Sebastian is. He's so happy. Yay! And look at Coral. She's nice and relaxed, doing something that she didn't know that she could do. After the show, Ariel went to congratulate her friend. She found Coral with her family. I didn't know you could sing like that, one of Coral's sisters exclaimed. No one ever would have known if it wasn't for Ariel, replied Coral. She believed in me. Ariel still couldn't speak, but she could give Coral a big hug. It was a wonderful evening. The end. So is there something that you can do that nobody else knows you can do, or that you didn't even know that you could do? You should think about that. You find something that you can do that nobody knows you can do, that you're good at, and I want you to go to your mommy or your daddy or your brothers or your sisters, and I want you to show it to them. And that way, that is something special about you, because you are special in your own way, and there's always something that we have inside of us that makes us special in a way. You find out what that is, and I'll see you next time. Bye.